I'm not raising my kids to be rich, and you shouldn't either. And before you call me crazy, hear me out. I'm raising them to be financially wise because without wisdom, it's a recipe for disaster. I've coached high income earners who still live paycheck to paycheck, right? A lot of people think, ooh, if I hit 100,000, 200,000, 300,000, I'll be great. Life would be amazing. No, I have nurses and doctors who live paycheck to paycheck and they're struggling trying to figure out how to become financially wise now late in their 60s and 70s. All right. I don't want that for you. I don't want that for your kids. Warren Buffett says you can't manage your money. If you can't manage your money, you won't keep it, right? No matter how much you have. And I believe this is so true. I think it's very evident in a lot of sports athlete stars, right? Humongous sign on bonuses, great careers, fancy highlights. Afterwards, they're struggling. Why? Because they received all that money. They became rich very quickly, but they were never wise. They were never financially wise. They never knew what to do with it. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about things you can do to make sure that your child is financially wise. So, regardless if they end up making $500,000 a year or $50,000 a year, they're still going to live a wonderful life. All right. All right. So, like in most videos, I'm going to break this out into three of them things. And I'm going to give you three skills that you can set your kid up right now that should automate their life. So, regardless on how much money they make, they should be good afterwards, right? This should be foolproof to prevent them from overspending and living on the street. All right. So, automate. You have to automate. If you're not automating your savings, if you're not automating your investing, I don't know what you're doing. You're trying to struggle on purpose and you need to stop. Okay. So teach them to automatically save and invest a percentage of every paycheck before they see it. Right. If done correctly, you shouldn't even ever need to go into your bank account and look at how much is in there. Right. All your bills should come out automatically. All your savings should come out automatically. All your investing should come out automatically. And then whatever you have left is what's available to be spent. There's a bunch of ways to do this, tons of apps. Shout out to Cube Money. That's a great app. Look it up if you're interested. I can give you a code to where you can get you can use it for 2 months for free. I think outside of that, it's maybe $9 a month. It's not that much, and it's proven people save hundreds of dollars a month using it. So I would give up $9 to save $100 any day of the week. I use it. My wealthy friends use it. Just do it. Anyways, automate. Please automate. So regardless, if you learn to automate and it's like, hey, regardless of however much money I'm making, I'm putting aside 25% into my savings account. I'm putting aside 25% into investing. It doesn't matter if you start making $7 million, you're still going to take 25% and you're going to put that into an investment. This just, it foolproofs it. It prevents you from overspending and ending up upside down on your life. All right. So get them to automate. The second thing they should do, they need a baseline budget, right? So teach them to pick a lifestyle that they're comfortable with. And this is really hard to do if we're talking about athletes and stuff, because your lifestyle is going to jump up, right? But outside of that, you should be able to pick a lifestyle that you're comfortable with or think about one that you want in the future. And it's like, that's my goal. Figure out how much it's going to cost to pay for that house, pay for the utilities in that house, pay for the car, pay for the clothes that you want to wear while you're in that car and in that house, and decide, all right, this is it. This is where I'm going to stay at. Anything I make over this number, that's going into an investment because that's what I'm going to lean on when I get older, when I don't want to do any more work for anyone. All right. Show your kid how lifestyle creep destroys savings. Like, let them know from your own personal experience, or just go look on the internet. And there's tons of examples of other people running into problems. A smart person learns from their experiences. A wise person learns from the experiences of others, right? Just there's too many case studies, too many examples of people's real life getting destroyed because of lifestyle creep, because they started living a lifestyle that they could not maintain. I suggest living a lifestyle that you will be able to maintain even when you stop working. You do that and you're going to be golden. Oh, you're going to be so comfortable. It's going to be beautiful. All right. So create a baseline budget, pick a lifestyle, stick to that lifestyle, and just enjoy life based off of that, right? Or decide that based off of how much I make, I need to be able to live off of, I don't know, 60% of however much I'm making. And that's going to be your lifestyle. I'm open to that too. So then your lifestyles can scale up with whatever money you're making, but it never catches up to the money that you're making. Make sense? Good. All right. Now, number 3, right? Final thing you can teach them to just prevent them from messing up their life when it comes to money, regardless of how little or how much money they make, right? They need to deeply understand the difference between short term fun money and long term freedom money, right? They should have 2 different accounts, one for guilt free spending, right? Just YOLO, all the parties, all the bottles, all the clothes, all the watches, whatever you want. This comes out of this short term fun money because I'm not a believer in just, being a turtle, a hermit your entire life and not doing anything in the pursuit of money, right? There's a balance that is available. People either over index on the spending part so they don't find a balance, or they over index on the saving part so they don't find balance. Either way, you can end up having a not so fun life. But if you figure out that balance part, chef's kiss, it's a good time. All right. So I highly recommend everybody create different bank accounts. Like, and I mean a completely different bank and a completely different bank. Don't even have 2 accounts in the same bank, and have your fun money in one bank and have your saving and future. And I'm setting my life up for myself and my family money in a completely different bank. That'll change your life. Teach them to enjoy their money and protect their future. Practice with side income, gift money, and other things, money that you're bringing in from different avenues. Allocate that if you think that money should be fun money or if that should be, let me set this up for my future. All right. So, yeah, we'll stop there. Those are the 3. Just to recap, automate. This is probably the most, this thing, automate. Everybody should be automating. I'm so sick of people saying they're not good at saving. They just can't figure out how to live below their means or whatever they're going to save after. No, just automate it. You don't have to have discipline to automate. You just go in there, you push a couple buttons and you just let it sit there, and it's going to send money to your savings account without your permission, because you already gave it permission, every month or every week or how often you want it. Even more so, one of my students, he was like, I know I dip into my savings, so I automated it to go into an investment account. If you know anybody that invests in the stock market, none of us ever pull our money out of there. We just let it sit there. It doesn't feel good to sell a stock and pull the money out of the stock market. It's weird. Lean on to that feeling, automate the money to go into the stock market, and now you don't have a choice because you don't want to take the time to liquidate that stock, wait a couple of days to transfer it out of the brokerage account and get into your checking account just so you can spend it. By the time it gets there, you're not even going to want whatever you were going to spend it on. All right, cool. Hopefully that all makes sense. And if you're interested in learning more about this kind of stuff or different ways, or maybe you need help automating your life, that's what I did. I'm not the most disciplined person. I just automated everything when I turned 19, and I've been good since then. So if you want help doing that stuff, click the link in the description. Join Mammoth Money Academy. We'd love to have you. A bunch of parents helping a bunch of teens get good with their money, and it's a fun time. All right.